We have now reached the year 1774, and tensions continue to rise between England and the colonies. In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, delegates are meeting in what becomes known as the First Continental Congress. So how did we get here? Well, after the Stamp Act and the Boston Massacre and other actions, Parliament had passed the Tea Act. They thought it would solve the tensions between the colonies and Great Britain and bring peace to the relationship. Instead, protests erupted throughout the colonies, including the Boston Tea Party. In reaction, Parliament, with the support of King George III, passed the Coercive Acts, which the colonists called the Intolerable Acts, as a way to punish the colonies and bring them under control. The question for colonial leaders is, what should we do now? The solution? Call a meeting of delegates to meet in Philadelphia for what became known as the First Continental Congress. This group of delegates from 12 of the 13 colonies met from September 5th to October 26th of 1774 to discuss the rising tensions between Great Britain and the colonies and to discuss what they should do next. Some argued it was time to take action. Others were not so sure. What would your historical figure think? Today, you are going to take action. You are going to write a letter from your historical figure's point of view in which you explain what you believe the Continental Congress should do regarding the actions of the British, the colonists in Boston, or both. You may include one of the following calls to action in your letter. If you pick one of these 4 claims, please make sure you pick the one that would most closely align with your particular historical figure's point of view. You will write your letter in this space here. In order to meet expectations for this letter, you need a clear call to action. What should the Continental Congress recommend all the colonies do in reaction to the Tea Act, the Boston Tea Party, and the Intolerable Acts? Support your thinking with examples from Lesson 44, our DBQ that we completed on Friday. Your evidence should include details about the Tea Party, the Boston Tea Party, the Tea Act, or the Intolerable Acts. Make sure you use reasoning to explain how these details support your call to action, and make sure you integrate your historical figure's point of view into your reasoning. Make sure you follow the rules for spelling and grammar, and that at the end of your letter, you include a sincerely or some other way to close the letter that includes your historical figure's name. You will have one day and homework tonight to complete this letter.